All right, so I tried recording it and then it just died on me. So we're gonna try this one again. Okay, we'll do weekends tomorrow. All right, since I'm not here, we're still gonna have our quiz on Wednesday as of now. I'll let you know for sure tomorrow if I change my mind on that. All right, there's a warm up. All right, for you to start with here. Okay, why don't you give that a shot and don't look at my answer that it was just up there. All right, give that a shot. Find the ratio of x to y. Pause it. Okay. So what I would do is I would get all my terms with x on one side, all my terms with y's on the other. I would take out a greatest common factor of x because each of those terms has at least one x and each of those terms has at least one y. And then after that, remember we said whatever attached to the x on the bottom, whatever attached to the y stays on top. All right, this whole chapter is about similar figures and ratios and proportions. You know, I'm going from small to big or big to small. Okay, I can make my shapes bigger, I can make them smaller. Ways to form similar figures. So this is kind of from our initials product at the beginning of the year, or not beginning, but towards the beginning of the year, where we can enlarge a shape, multiply the x and the y by the same number, or shrink a shape and go x to y to 1/2 x over 1/2 y as well. All right. Similar polygons. Two ways to form similar polygons. The ratios of the sides, ratios of the measure of the corresponding sides are equal, and the corresponding angles are congruent as well. So here's an example. So if I have 5 and 8, and I said this shape was similar with this shape, this could be 10 and 16. 16 over 8 is 1/2, or 2. 10 over 5 is 2 as well. Okay. Here it says A, B, C, D, E this means this symbol here means similar. It's like congruent except with the equal sign, except without the equal sign. That's how you know that it's similar. All right, they're not congruent. They're not equal. They're just similar. Here A, B, C, D is similar to G, F, E, H. Okay. Same thing. Our corresponding angles are very congruent. A is going to be congruent to E. D is going to be congruent to C, and B would be congruent to F. Alright, here, alright, just like this means not equal. This symbol here means not similar. And I can tell they're not similar because, well, this has 8 sides and this has 6. Okay, we have 2 different types of shapes, so those polygons cannot be similar. Alright, given that A, B, C, D is similar to J, K, L, M, find the missing side lengths. So I have a missing side length here, I got X, and I have a missing side length here. We're just going to do 2 of them, I call that Y. Alright, well, what side would correspond with X? With CD, LM. So I know that X over 10 must equal. Now I could go 20 over Y, but that's not going to help me. Alright, because I'm going to have 2 variables. I could go 30 over what this side is, but I don't know what that side is. So I'm going to use 15 over 6. If I went from left to right, okay, X over 10, I have to go from left to right. So I have to say 15 over 6. And then from here, well, we know what we have to do. We have to cross multiply. 6x equals 150. So x equals 25. Alright. So if I want to find y, okay, well, what side corresponds with y? KL. You got BC. So I could do this 2 ways. I could go 20 over y. And I could set that equal to 15 over 6. Okay. Or I can I can go 20 over y equals 15 over 6, or I can go 20 over y equals 25 over 10. So I know what those 2 side lengths are. I'm going to use 25 and 10. You could use, if you want to try 15 and 6, try it, see if you get the same answer. So I get 25y equals 200. So y equals 8. Alright, again, I'm going kind of fast here. If it's going too fast, slow down, maybe rewind it, you know, like rewind it, take it back a notch, do something else. All right. I hope right now that you are actually listening to what I have to say, not just doing this without headphones, because that would just be a shame. That'd just be a darn shame here. All right, here we go. So I got this girl, this Abby is sitting here standing next to this tree. Okay, so when you ever ask yourself, oh, Mr. McCorney, when am I going to need this? Well, you could do this at home now. All right, you could go, I'm standing next to a tree that's 25 meters tall. How Mr. McCorney, how would I know that? Well, you could just, go and measure it or ask someone. She's standing in a tree and she's 1.6 meters tall. All right. The shadow it casts is 32 meters. How long is Abby's shadow? So Abby's shadow will go right here. So I'm going to call that X, right? This is Abby's shadow. Okay. So I'm going to set a proportion here. I got two triangles. I have a big one and a smaller one with our homegirl Abby here, right? Well, the height of the tree is 25 meters. The height of Abby is 1.6. The length of the shadow of the tree is 32 meters. The length of Abby's shadow is to be determined, right? And then from there, you could just math it up, cross, multiply from there, okay? You can try that. I'm not going to do that for you, all right? That's going to be all you. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. All right. Wow. Here we go. So let's do the last one. All right. Remember, if two shapes are similar, then their corresponding angles are the same as well. So angle A corresponds with angle E. So that right away I know that Y equals 50. Excuse me. Boom. Well, XEH corresponds with A to D. So 2 over X equals left to right. I'm going to go left to right again. 4 over 6. Okay. Well, that's 4x equals 12, so x equals 3. Boom. Alright, I know that these angles are the same as well, right, because they're corresponding. I know that this angle is the same as this angle, and I know that this one here is the same as that one there. Alright, I went kind of fast through that. If you have any questions, feel free to write them down or go back and watch the video again. Here's your homework for tonight. That's obviously due Tuesday because that's tomorrow. But it would have been due Tuesday had we had class on Friday. So don't blame me. Just blame the snow. All right, people. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Adios.